Hi guys, I'm Kay. This is Megan, and welcome to our podcast, Shooting the Breeze, where we talk about all things shoot from the hip. This is episode 2, and what are we going to be talking about today?
Today is, oh my god, is this a joke? We're gonna start at the beginning because it felt appropriate.
Yeah,
And
it would be
then
weird to just start in the middle.
for the second half, should we keep it a surprise?
Yeah, I say we keep the second half a surprise for now. You guys will have to watch it.
You'll have to watch and see what our second half is.
Yeah. Okay. So, who wants to start? Because I have a lot to say on this one. So if you want to go first so that I'm not...
I rewatched it yesterday? Did we both we both watched it yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
I love this long form. Like, every time I watch it, I'm like, yes, this is so good.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember exactly what the beginning is. Because I can always remember I can always remember specific parts of it, but not the whole, like, I can't remember.
The beginning is when Tom and AJ are captured.
Yes!
And there's Luke as a Nazi standing there.
Yes. Great. That's a great
You
scene.
were only 1.5 feet tall.
You would be a perfect Nazi.
Perfect Nazi. I love that joke so much. I love that they always... I feel bad for Luke, the fact that they make fun of his height so much. But all of the jokes I do find really funny.
They are. Like, I mean, to be fair though, they make just as many about AJ being bald, so...
And about Tom being
tall,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, being tall. Did they make fun of Sam for anything? I feel like they don't.
Argumentative.
Really. Well, yeah.
They make fun of him for the way that he pretends like he knows shit that he doesn't know.
Because that pisses me off, too.
Oh, it drives me crazy.
But, I also love this long form. It is one of my favorites of all time. Literally, I think it was the first one I saw too, because when I first found them, I found them through their shorts, and then I went to their channel and I found the long forms. But as soon as I saw the numbers, I was like, oh, I gotta find number 1, and I gotta start at the beginning, and then that was what I did. And I still, even after having watched a whole lot more, all of them, I still feel the same. Like, I still really, really love that long form. There's so many good parts in it. And I know they kind of I don't know, they don't seem to like it quite as much because they've improved since then, which I agree they have improved since then. Well, but there's so many good parts in that one. And I want to put this out there. One of my favorite parts in that whole long form is where Luke and Tom are flirting and Tom tips his chair back.
Oh my gosh. I love that part.
That part got me the first time I watched that. I watched that the first time and I was like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Because I would never be brave enough to do that. The fact that Tom the fact that Tom trusted himself enough to do that, and he must have been confident in his abilities enough to think that he wouldn't drop Luke. And I would never in a million years, even if I was his height and everything, I still don't think I would ever feel
I would do it
confident enough to try that, because I would just, in my head, I would just be like, nope, he's gonna fall immediately.
I would 100% do it.
Oh yeah, you would, except if they fell, you would laugh.
Oh, absolutely, because that's the thing. I figure it'd be funny either way. If I drop them, it's funny. If I don't, it's funny.
I would cry if I dropped somebody.
I would feel bad after the fact.
Oh, I would just feel bad. I wouldn't see the humor in it until after.
No, I'm the other way around. I laugh at people's pain and then I feel bad. Especially if it's people I'm close with.
That's fair.
If it was a stranger, if it was a total stranger, I wouldn't.
I love that scene so much. It's still, because you could tell it caught Luke off guard too.
I already have a banana to keep me satisfied.
Yeah, satisfied. Because I love the fact that he because it's almost like you can see his brain working. It catches him off guard.
Yeah.
He starts to yell,
because he wasn't
realizes
expecting it.
A split second later that he's stable and fine and he's not gonna fall, and still finishes the word "I." And so it's it's such a satisfying part to me.
It
I've watched it
is.
so many times. I've rewatched that part several times because
It is good.
and then the other part that I don't know why, but I really, really like it is, I don't even know how to describe this part, but it's like the camera is on Luke, and I think it's just Luke and Tom in this scene. It might be KBF in there as well. I can't remember now because the camera's just on Luke.
Is it the part where she's sweeping in the background?
No, but that's next on my list to talk about.
I love that bit.
This is the part, he's like smoking a cigarette, right?
Oh, when he smacks him? When he stage slaps him?
I also forgot about that, but no, I'm getting to something even more. Hold your horses.
I love how I'm like keep getting ahead of you.
You're like, oh, you mean this? And I'm like, well,
no.
But also, oh, you mean this? We'll get to that. No. But,
we'll get to it already. Come on.
It's the part, I need to find it in my brain. I'm trying to think of how to describe this, because I can play it in my head perfectly. But I'm trying to think of how to describe this so that you all know which part I'm talking about. Because it's such a little thing, but I love it so much. It's the thing where he's like smoking, and he does a thing with his eyes where he's like glances down and he looks up at like just the right moment. And it's weird, because it's like he doesn't look up too fast or too slow. It's like the perfect mixture of that. I hope someone knows what I'm talking about.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
If you think you know, please put the timestamp in the comments, because if you were right, I will tell you that you were right so that we can like settle this, because I need everyone to know exactly which. You know what? I'm gonna find it. Screw it. I'm gonna find the timestamp myself, because I need to know now what this part is.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's that same part. Isn't it the same scene though where he smacks him?
I think so.
It's literally like right before that.
I remember the very first time I ever watched, because I'm also very obsessed with like watching how actors do certain things, and the part where his eyes go like down and like up like a second later, but it's like the timing is beautiful, and I just need to find it now, because it's I don't know why, it's like it doesn't contribute to the plot at all. It's not anything like really big, I guess, but it's like such a moment that I don't know why, but it really caught my attention the first time I saw it, and I still like,
I do know what you're talking about, though. Yeah.
I'm gonna find this timestamp because it's gonna drive me.
If I hadn't just watched it yesterday, I probably wouldn't. But I do remember that.
If you guys rewatch it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I do want to find this timestamp for anyone who watches it back and is still confused, because I need you all to notice this if you haven't already, because it's such a good part, and it's gonna take me 18 years to find it. So you talk for a bit.
I can put it in. I can just insert it after the fact too. I can put it on the screen.
I'm gonna find it right now.
Okay.
I'm already searching.
But yeah, the scene that's directly after that, where he stage slaps him, is possibly one of the best stage smacks that they do. Like, and Luke is good at it. Like, he's probably the best at it.
And I love watching the stage slaps, because every time I have to re-watch it to be like, how did it not actually hit them?
Yeah.
It's you know, like, what? That's what I mean when I say I love watching how actors do what they do. Like, it's that type of thing that, like, but yeah, sorry, go on.
Somewhat connected to that, but slightly irrelevant to the conversation. The knocking on doors when they tap their feet. I never in my, like, prior to watching them, I never would have thought of that. Ever.
Yeah.
And, like, I remember the first time I saw it, and I was like, that is brilliant. Like,
it is.
Genius.
Oh, it works so well.
And I just never even would have thought to do that.
Yeah, I agree. I also noticed that, and I thought it was really great.
That was like one of the things and I mean, like, they do stuff that blows my mind and impresses me all the time, but that was like the first thing that I was like, oh my gosh, that's brilliant.
I just passed the part where he's like, escape by spinning.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I'm over halfway through it now. I think I'm getting close.
That was funny too, the spinning, because the spinning used to be a thing that they did a lot. I miss the spinning, because they did he did that spinning thing, and then they used to always do the spinning for like flashbacks.
And then I love when I'm literally reminding myself of these parts, like, as I'm going.
As you're watching it, yeah.
The part where Luke is like trying to be like he's still a Nazi, but like he's a nicer one, like he's trying to befriend the French people.
And Tom
Tom's
comes
character
in
is
and
like,
totally,
"No!"
he totally bulldozes Luke in that scene completely,
Yes,
and he
bulldozes the horse.
the horse
too.
Well, he
He
even
bulldozes
mentioned
everybody.
it. Did you watch the react to that, right?
I did, yeah.
Because he
I
even
did.
mentions it in that where he's like, "Yeah, I came in way too hard on that."
Yeah, it was great though. It worked for the scene, I think.
It made it funny, but at the same time, it was like,
Oh wait, I think I'm
Luke.
getting to it. Hold on, I need to turn my phone now because it's such a little part. But I'm gonna find this and I'm gonna freaking tell you all what the timestamp is. If you have a guess, put it in the comments now, because I am going to spoil it as soon as I find it. Because I need to find this scene. I think I'm at the spot.
I think you're probably really close. If you're at that part where they
he just walked in. It's the tight trousers part.
Oh yeah, that's also
I'm getting
a great
real
scene.
close.
When the chair slid, when he slid the
Perfect.
chair. Oh yes.
It just slid.
I love that bit.
Oh, the part where Tom like very lightly touches his chin too.
Great.
It's so perfect. It fits the character so well, and I love how into their characters. Xavier is
oh my gosh.
the person.
If he was not a Nazi, perfection.
Truly.
And the leather jacket. Petition to get Tom a leather jacket.
We need to do that. We need to get him a
we all need to just come together as a fandom and get like a super nice, expensive leather jacket and just give it to him.
Where is it? It's gotta be here. I must be getting close. There. I found it. I found it. I don't think we're not allowed to show this, are we?
I don't think so. Copyright.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll just do the timestamp. But I found the spot. Hold on. Let me go back like a couple seconds because you need to see the whole thing. He just did the eye thing that I'm talking about, and I need you to go find this part so you know what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna write it down. I'm just waiting for you to say it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the exact because I want to find the spot like it's a little bit before,
right before.
So that you guys can watch the full thing. Where is it? Right. I just need to wait till they change cameras because that's when it happens. Yes. Okay. 6:23.
Okay.
Until like. Yeah, it's over by 6:26, so it's a really quick moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, write that down and like put it somewhere.
Yeah, I'll stick it somewhere. It'll be somewhere.
And then
on
I
the
need
screen.
you all to go see what I'm talking about because, and again, I don't know why. Like it's such a little thing that
Sometimes
he does.
the littlest things though are.
But I remember, I remember watching that, just being like, that conveys the emotion of the scene somehow perfectly. Like, I think that's why I like it. Rewatching it now, I think I know why I like it so much. Is because, like, it's sort of like we know how his character is feeling right now, mostly. But like, if there was any doubt, that look sums it up. That finishes it off. Like, it's certain now. You know exactly what he's feeling just by looking at that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so perfect. But, like, I love those little things. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've been watching a long form, and I've gone back and rewatched one part, like, a million times. Because I love seeing, like, exactly how they did that. Because of so many things where I, like their reaction time always gets me. Because my reaction time is not the best. So anytime, like, particularly, the first example of this is coming into my mind is whenever they, like, will randomly jump on each other.
Oh,
and except for that one time, they've caught each other every single time, I think.
When AJ dropped Sam on the floor.
Except for that one time. But every other time, they've caught each other. And I'm like, how? Like, I would not have been prepared. Like, I don't have the muscle strength to hold up just about anybody anyways. But if I did, my reaction time would be so bad that I still would not be able to do it well.
Have you ever had somebody do that in real life?
I have.
So
and
have I.
Fallen, and
I've
we
ended
both
up
face
on the floor
and hit the ground, and
yeah.
we had to explain to her parents why we were bleeding.
It happened to me in college. One of my friends snuck up behind me and literally, like, jumped on my back, and we both hit the ground. I was like, why would you do that?
That's what my friend did, and we were in public, and we had like 6 people come over and ask if we were okay, and I was so embarrassed, and I was just like, yeah, we're fine, as I'm walking away with like blood. But
yeah, I was like, I told her, I was like, if you ever do that again,
I asked her the same thing.
I
was
will
like,
smack
why did
you.
And she was like, what? I thought you were ready. And I was like, what do you mean you thought I was ready? I wasn't told you were doing that.
Consent. There needs to be consent before you jump on someone. In my opinion. I agree.
But it's just, and I think that's one of the reasons why I love this long form so much, is because it's so full of like just little
stuff, yeah,
little moments, like the eye thing and like other things that they and like the chair tilting and like
the slow motion
that was
scene.
Great.
That was gorgeous. They did that so well.
It really was. It was
And the way that they like it always surprises me how in sync they are. And like, I get it when you've been doing it for as long as they have. You just know, but still,
it's
like,
so impressive.
Even I'm trying to think of like even some of my friends that I've known for like years and years I could do that with, and I genuinely don't think I could. Like, we're not that in sync with each other.
Yeah, but I agree with you. It is insane, like how well they like can do that with each other.
5 people, because that scene, all of them were in that, weren't they?
Yeah,
all 5 of them were in that scene. So like 5 people in one scene all got that fast enough that it looked seamless.
Yes,
and like that's amazing to me.
It is,
because I could never. I would be so clueless. I would miss it by like 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. Like, it would be over and I'd be like, oh yeah, we were doing that.
I think I also love that one because sometimes they are so flawless that I forget that they're acting.
Yes.
But in that scene, in that long form, there's definitely a lot of that. But I also feel like so many times you can like see them through the character, like you can see them thinking.
Oh yeah.
And I love that so much. I don't know why, but I love seeing that.
Yeah.
And so it's like any moment where you can look at them and sort of like Sam does it, I think, the most out of all of them now, where you can look at them and like practically see them thinking. And I love those moments every time because I'm just like, I don't even know why. Like, I wish I knew why I was so like fascinated by it, but it's just, it might be because I am horrible at body language. Because like I'm the type of person where I definitely have an RBF. So like a lot, like several times it would happen when I was in school where my mom would like pick me up from school and be like, oh my god, what happened? And I'd be like, what do you mean? I'm in a good mood today. And she was like, really? Because you look like someone just died. And I'd be like, oh,
oops,
that's not what I was trying to put out. And then I'm the same person, and I'll be the same person though who's like, why aren't people talking to me? But then I'm also like in a corner like this, like hunched over a phone with headphones on.
Like, the most antisocial person alive.
Yeah, and I think I even had my hood up one time. Literally, I was at the library once after school, sitting in a corner with my phone like this.
Like, nobody wants to talk to me.
Going, I wonder why nobody approaches me. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe because you don't look like you want to be approached by anyone ever.
Yeah.
So it's like, it might be some of that.
It could be
the fact that like I'm jealous of them being able to know body language so flawlessly that they can do that in characters and still make it work.
Yeah.
Because I can't even do that as me.
That is true. I'm so bad at like picking up like not anything nonverbal. Like, nonverbal cues don't bother with me.
Yeah.
If you're not telling me exactly what you want to say, don't try.
Exactly.
Because I won't get it.
Exactly. So it's like, I feel like that might be part of it, is the fact that I'm like I don't know, the fact that they seem to come up with so many like little body language things that gets the point across immediately, but yet I would have never thought to do that. And I've been trying to convey, like, I might have been trying to convey a similar emotion to them and couldn't get it right and didn't understand like why people didn't understand what I was putting off, and then they do a thing and I'm like, oh well, that would have been perfect to have thought of then. Like, I think that also might be part of it.
That's totally fair. So yeah, back to what we were talking. What were we talking about? Oh, like the little.
Last thing you were talking about was like their body language.
Yeah,
and stuff.
the little things that they do.
Yeah,
that really just sells a moment.
There's so many in that play, and like they do that in every play. Don't get me wrong, but like it was especially, I think, noticeable in the first one.
Yeah.
But and also it struck me like how much, like, well, I guess how little Tom has changed since then.
Yeah.
Like looks wise. Like yeah, he's
'Cause
like I would say he's more muscular now, but
didn't
like
they say they filmed that one in like 2017?
I think so, because I think it was posted in 2018. But I don't know when it was filmed.
I'd have to rewatch the react. Somebody probably knows. If you know, put it in the comments.
Yeah, if you just have that information in your head, please comment it, because that would be great.
Because some people, sometimes I feel like I'm like, I don't know as much as some people. Like, some people are like, shoot from the hip encyclopedia.
Seriously.
They're like, shoot from the hip Wikipedia. Like, you
Yeah.
can just ask a question and somebody knows it. And I am not at that level.
Yeah.
I am not at that level at all.
Me either.
Well, have you seen the spreadsheet?
The what?
There is literally a Google spreadsheet that has almost everything you could ever think of on it. It's got all the long forms, it's got like quotes, character names, which characters are in which long forms. I've looked at it twice, but it's so overwhelming that I can't.
I have not seen this spreadsheet.
Like, I can't even handle it. And
I'm scared to now. But...
I'm an organized person. Like, I love a good organized, like, list. Like, give me a list. Love a list.
Yeah.
But even that spreadsheet, like, it's so much stuff.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, I can't. I don't even. It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah. That sounds like a lot.
But it is really cool. And to the people that made it, kudos to them and their talent for organization, because even mine doesn't reach those heights.
Yeah, seriously. But I'm trying to think if there was anything, because there had been something else I wanted to talk about with this one, because this is one of my favorite plays of all time that they've done. And like, I know it was their first one, but it's still like,
it still holds up.
Yeah,
like,
it does.
Like, some of the earlier ones are rough. This one, I feel like
the second one, I feel like, is sticking out in my head as being one of the ones that was definitely a little rougher.
Yeah.
But for this one being the first one, it was really good.
Yeah, I feel like this one holds up really well in comparison to, like, the new stuff. I mean, like, obviously they're better, but it's not like...
Yeah.
This one's not... They weren't scraping the barrel on this one. Like, this is a good...
Yeah, no.
It
was still really good.
So... Yeah. What else happened?
So, do we want to move on to our next topic?
Probably. Did we hit everything?
I think so.
The ending. Hold on. We do need to talk about the ending. When he says, I will die as I have lived.
Shirtless.
Because, okay, funny story. He did that in another one recently. And I was like, I'm going to see if I can still do that. Because I used to be able to do that. And I was so confident. I was like, yeah, I can definitely do that. I tried to lay down like that. Every single joint from my hips down cracked. And
that's the thing.
I was like, I'm old.
When I first saw that play, like, 3 years ago now, it would be. 3 years ago. I can't believe it's been 3 years. Anyway, I attempted to do that, and I was successful. So I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. We'll just move on. And I saw it the second time that he did it in, what was it? Which one was that? Was that Truth and Tea?
I legitimately can't remember which one it was.
That's the one that's coming to my head, but it's probably not right. Anyway, whichever one that was, I agree, it was recently.
It was, one of the ones recently.
I tried that again, and my whole foot, just the one, the other foot was fine and probably would have been able to go, I don't know what happened, but like one of my muscles in my foot just like spasmed.
Oh,
and like,
did you get the cramp?
Hurt.
Did you get the cramp in your foot?
I did.
That happened to me too.
And it almost got stuck like that.
Yes.
Like, even when I moved my leg back, I had to like.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I don't know how to. I was like,
I not like that,
can't do this anymore. I am not young or flexible. cannot do
I'm
it.
somewhat flexible. Not like I can't do the splits or anything, but like I can touch my toes.
I
So
can,
it's
I
like,
could probably, well, no, maybe not. See,
but like
I
I
have a
used to be able to do
tendency
that, and I'm like,
to be
I
overconfident.
did not get the cramp last time. Like, I don't know what
Yeah,
changed.
but that was 3 years ago.
And also, can I just say, Luke's haircut in that one
Yes.
was
Yes, thank you for
eating
bringing that up. Yes.
It was so perfect.
Yes. And
He's had
Luke's hair has been through so many eras.
it has
And there are very few that I don't like.
same.
He can pull off anything.
Same. I would agree with
Like,
that 100%. I would agree.
Yeah.
But I think that one is one of my favorites, honestly.
It is a good one. It is a good one.
But yeah.
Yeah. I am glad you brought that up because, yeah, that was worth mentioning.
And then also, it's just one line, but like where Sam is handed, well, I guess given AJ with his mouth, like the one sword,
Oh, yeah.
and then he goes to give Xavier one, and first there's the whole moment,
Yeah.
and then, but after that, when he actually does get handed like an actual sword, and he's like, that's a good
Whatever you are.
Because that was timed perfectly.
Brilliant.
It sounded scripted. It was so well done.
Yeah, that was good.
That's also one of my favorite lines in that
I
scene.
do really like when KBF comes in with the broom.
Yes.
I'm doing a lovely job here.
Good job, man. That was such a good line. I think I laughed for a solid minute when the first time I ever heard that line, and I still laugh. Like there's some punchlines that they've done where I've seen it so many times now. Like I'll still laugh a little bit inside, but I don't laugh outward anymore because I've seen it so many times.
Yeah.
That like I've a little bit ruined it for myself occasionally.
Those are the ones I just quote
lines.
as I'm going.
Yeah.
I'll just start like some of them I will literally, as it's playing, I will just talk the whole thing because I have it in my head.
I've done that. I have the one that I have memorized is Mysterious Cube. That's the one that I have memorized front to back. I could probably do that I could do the whole play for you sometime. But literally, and so it's such a good one. It really is. But yeah, I agree. That's one of my favorite lines.
Yeah. I say that to myself sometimes if I'm like doing a task that I hate and don't want to be doing. I'll just be like, I'm doing a lovely job here.
I've done that because I have a very hard time motivating myself to clean or organize anything, even when it desperately needs to be done.
Yep.
So if I'm doing one that's like it doesn't necessarily have to be a task that I hate, but if it's like something that's like a little bit harder to do, because I'm also a perfectionist, which ends up not working out well. Being a person who's horrible at organizing, but also a perfectionist it doesn't bode well, but somehow it's a thing because I don't know, but I have done that. I've said that before, where I'm like, if it's something that's particularly hard to like motivate myself to do, and then I do it and I do it well.
Yep.
Like I do that with windows. I just thought of it. Windows and mirrors. I cannot clean them for the life of me.
Really?
If you ever like think your mirror or window looks horrible, just have me come and clean it because I'll show you how much worse it could be.
Alright, second half?
Yes, second half.
So, we're going to talk about our top 10 long forms. Just like what they are and why. Basically.
And it's going to be, for anyone who's watching this after the fact, it's long form 1 through 65.
Yes.
So if they've like done more
Is it 65?
by the time you're watching.
I thought today's was 64. Am I crazy?
No, I'm pretty sure it's 65. I'm checking. I'm 90% sure that this was 65.
Could have been. Hold on. I have them all saved for a project, so it is 65. You're right. I'm wrong.
But anyway, so this is just out of 1 through 65.
This is just
so if
the
by the
YouTube
time you're watching
ones.
this, they have more of them out. This isn't counting those. We'll probably do an updated one at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Top 10. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
I gotta pull up my list. Do you want to just go back and forth by numbers, or do you want one of us to go at a time? Like you do all of yours, then I'll do all of mine.
I think we should go back and forth.
Okay.
Like, you list your number. Should we go back, like, backwards from 10 to 1?
Yeah, I was gonna say let's do that.
Okay.
Although people already probably know what my number 1 is because I think I mentioned it a couple times already. But
Yeah, I think they probably know because I talked about it last time.
oh well, you'll get to see the rest of
For
the
my
list.
number 1. But yeah, okay, so number 10. Do you want to go first?
Yeah. Okay, let's do this where we say it and then we just give like a little blurb about why, because I think that'll be the quickest.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So my number 10 is Sins of the Gardener because, and it would have been higher, but when I was making this list 3 hours ago,
when I reminded you that this is what we were talking about,
I forgot. Anyway, so I started by just going through all of their videos and just writing down the ones that I liked the most. And then I went through and had to painstakingly remove some of them because of the limit of 10.
Yes.
And Sins of the Gardener is there because it has to be on there, but I couldn't put it any higher because I have 9 of them that I enjoy more.
That's fair.
So that's why it's there,
That's
is because
fair.
I was thinking about it, because there was originally something else in number 10's spot that I ended up kicking off. Because I literally had to sit there and go, okay, which one do I like more? I can't leave Sins of the Gardener off the list. It has to go on the list.
Yeah.
And so that's where it's at. So it would have been higher, but unfortunately they did 9 others that I liked more. So
that's fair. So this one actually, because my original list I included Patreons, so I had to take those out for this list, and it bumped this one up so that it was within the top 10. So my 10 is the Unrelenting Aubergine. And that one, I mean, like, that's a ditch. I love them. Like, they're my babies.
They're one of my favorite.
Probably my favorite couple. Like,
they're my second favorite.
So, I am glad that they ended up in the 10 for this.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, number 9.
Never Give Annabelle a Gun. That was my number 9. And honestly the same thing, like, because originally that wasn't in my top 10 either if you count the Patreon exclusives. So both of these got bumped into the top 10. But that one, again, it's another couple that I love. And it's our happy lesbians that we were waiting for. So.
Can't even say anything because that was my number 9 too.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's funny.
That one I was so mad that I couldn't put higher, because if there were 2 number 2 spots, that's where I would put it. But I was trying so hard, because look, when we get to like the top 5, all
They're
of them
all
are
the
about
same.
tied.
They're all
That's
tied
what
for
I want
first.
you guys to know, is like, for at least for me, and I think for you too. So
Yeah.
for us, the top 5 are tied. I could not pick. It was so hard. They each like edged each other out just a little bit, and that's where I would have put that one. But there was a few others that came, and so that's why it's in my number 9, is because I really wish that one could have been up there. But like, it's like once you get past the 5, there was others that I knew exactly where they ranked. So that's why I put that one in 9. So I think if there were 2 number 2 spots, it would be up there. But because the top 5 I have is definitely my top 5.
Yeah.
So nothing could move from that list. So even though I wanted to put Annabelle's Gun in there, I couldn't. And so it is one of my favorites, though.
That's fair. Yeah. Number 8?
My number 8 was the Cardboard Stegosaurus.
Oh, that is a good one.
I was thinking about that one because it was one of those where I wasn't quite sure.
I quoted that one to you the other day.
Yeah, you did. And I caught it immediately.
Yeah.
But that one is one of my favorites because, like, obviously there's the hilarious line everybody knows of the cliff where she jumped. I mean fell.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like that one is so well put together too. Like, all the storylines matched up. And I don't think it was originally going where it ended up, but I think it ended up in a really good spot. Like, I really liked how they got that together. I also really enjoyed the part where it was like, I think Tom was like mimicking his like wife, because he was Cliff in this one, and he was like, yeah, that's how my wife chose me. She just heard my name, Cliff, and was like, yep, I'll have you.
That is a good line.
Because I love the idea of that. I love the idea of someone hearing a name and going,
Yep.
that's the one for me. I need to know nothing else.
Yeah. That is funny.
Uh,
So, number 8. I had Lemons on a Plane
oh, yeah.
for that one. So that came out today.
Which
so you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's been a busy day. I haven't had
Yeah.
time yet.
So I won't go too into detail about it, but basically the reason that it's my favorite is because it's one scene for the whole thing.
I did hear that, yeah, when people were talking about it.
So I loved it, and it's so funny. They cut out my favorite part, which is the only thing that I was a little like disappointed about, but it's still on the stream, so I can watch it on the stream version, even though the audio is garbage, but I can live. Alright, number 7.
My 7 was, oh my god, is this a joke?
Oh, yeah.
Which, I've talked a lot about that one already. That was the whole point of
that.
today's, so I feel like I've said everything I need to say about that one. What was your 7?
Mine was Off Season.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Another good Tom-Luke duo.
Yeah.
Always a favorite for me. And it was long. I think that's like a 50-minute one.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's their longest that they've put out.
I think you're right. Yeah, that sounds right.
And it's just good storyline. And the dinosaurs with guns is a favorite of mine. I think about that frequently.
Yeah, that's so fair. Okay.
What was your 7? Did we? You already said yours. See, I'm already losing track. Good grief.
We're on to 6 now.
We're on 6. Okay.
Which my 6 was Left and Nose to Window.
Yes, that's a good one.
Because that was one I watched. I think when I first found them and I was watching through the playlist, that was one of the ones that I watched over and over again because it's so good. Like, it's just all the tiny details.
That is a good
again.
One. Yeah.
Because that's the one where he goes into the audience.
Yes, the astral plane bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was such a good bit. Oh, and the other part where I think it was AJ messed it up and was like, oh, we need to get him to the medical and he means the area, but he says we need to get him to the medical arena, and he tries to keep going, but then Tom cuts in and is like, the medical arena where I have to fight the other patients.
Yeah, that is good.
It was such a good part.
Because of course Tom's not gonna let that go.
Yeah, and then the Luke monologue in that one was, you all know which one I'm talking about.
Yes.
So good.
The one that everyone has pretty much memorized.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite shoot from the hip quotes. What was your 6?
My number 6 was Sorry About My Nan.
Yeah.
Which is another just quality
Is that's the Ethel one, isn't it? Ethel.
Yeah. That one is the first long form that I showed my brother. That he agreed to watch it, and he actually enjoyed it.
There you go.
So I was like, "You'll like it because it's got A24 horror vibes," and he was like, "Okay, fine, I'll watch it." So I convinced him to watch that one, and he did like it. He didn't want to admit it, but he giggled a couple times. So, but yeah, it is a good one. It is very good. I love the bit when Luke's like, I'm shattered. Because I was like, me too. Same. All the time. But yeah.
Yeah, that's such a good one.
Number 5?
So my 5, I didn't want to say anything because you mentioned it earlier on your list. The Unrelenting Aubergine.
Ooh, yeah. That genuinely would be higher for me, but again, it's just basically so many of them are tied for first.
Yeah, that one for me is there's so many good quotes from that. Although Derek is by far my favorite Tom character of, I think, all time, probably. Because I don't even know what it is, but he's just so sweet and innocent.
Yes.
And he just seems like a genuinely kind person, which is what I love. And he just seems like the type of character where if you told him that people do horrible things, he'd be like, well, yeah, because they have horrible things happen to him. Like, he'd be the type of guy to not believe in people being born evil. You know what I mean? And also, that quote that he says, where it's between Tom and Luke, and I think Luke goes, "It was one time, Derek," and Derek's like, "It was one time, and it meant a lot to me."
Yeah, I love that line.
Because that's exactly the type of thing.
It gets me in my soul every time.
Yes, because that's the type of thing that I would be thinking, but I would never say to a person because I'd be embarrassed about it.
True. I would probably be the same way, to be honest with you.
So he says it because of course he does.
Yeah.
And it's so good. It's such a good line.
Yeah,
and it's the tone and everything.
character.
The delivery is perfect with that one. Like, it's so good.
It is a very good character. I do like that character.
What was your 5? Because I have a whole monologue I could do about the unrelenting aubergine, but we'll wait till we get to reviewing that one.
I feel like that's gonna be one. There's gonna be a few that we have to do like the full episode.
Yeah, because there must be so much we have to say about it.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably one of them.
Yeah.
But my number 5 was I Don't Want to Visit Grandma.
Oh, yeah. Which,
the spotlight bit was just phenomenal.
It was.
The aesthetic of that one was just, it was great. The lighting, the lighting just makes that one.
It did. It really did.
Between, like, the red, like, when it would go red, and then when they would use the spotlight, and then, like, it was great. It was fantastic. And the bit where the spotlight first comes on, and Tom just goes, "Jesus," took me out. Yeah. It is my favorite bit of that. Like,
how he kept a straight face, I have
seriously.
No idea.
Cause man, so yeah, that one was really. Yeah. I do really love that one.
Okay, on to 4.
Yep.
My 4 was. My 4 was Caesar and Juliet.
Ooh.
Because
honestly, underrated.
Because yes, I agree, 100%, 1,000%. That is one of their more underrated ones. But also, AJ's character in that one is by far my favorite AJ character of all time. The way she's like a psychopath, but also relatable.
So true. So true.
My favorite scene in that one is in like towards the beginning after they've sort of introduced her, and it's her and her mom, AJ and Sam, and AJ is like singing, and they go into it, and I think it's AJ and Sam, and I think Sam is the mom in that one, right?
I honestly don't remember. Given that I just watched this one like not that long ago, I should remember, but I don't.
It's AJ and Sam at least. I remember that part. And it's when AJ goes like, "Yeah, everybody knows I do the whistle so high, and he goes, and then it's like, "But no one knows I can do, and then he just goes into like the deepest baritone opera you've ever heard in your life, and it is phenomenal.
That is a great scene. I do.
That's one of my favorite scenes of the whole
thing.
That and where he licks the knife, like.
Yes.
That was so unexpected, but so perfect.
That is a good scene.
And then the end where he goes, "Well, why didn't you stab her then?" Oh yeah.
When they all just stab each other.
I have a whole monologue about that one too, so I'll cut myself off there. What was your 4?
My 4 is The Office Affair.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. AJ playing women, it's not common enough. It needs to happen more often.
It does. He's so good at it.
He is good at it. He rivals Luke. He really does rival Luke at that.
Yeah. I think Luke is probably second, and then I would put Tom as third, but a very, very close third. And then we don't see Sam playing enough women. That needs to happen more.
Yeah, that aren't like old.
Yeah.
Like
he likes to play old insane women.
Yeah. He's good at that.
Old insane women he will play, but he hasn't really played any other. Many others.
He's not terrible at like moms. He's played a couple moms, but like none that were like enough of a main character. Like, has he played any female main characters?
Yeah, Left Inmost Window.
Yeah.
I only remember because I just rewatched it not that long ago.
That's true.
He's one of the main characters in that one, and he plays a woman. I don't think the age is specified, but it's like a little bit older than, I think it's implied that it's, because Sally in that one which is Luke's character, is 17. That is established. Yeah. And so I think we're supposed to assume that he's like not
20s,
that much older
like
than her.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I'm thinking early 20s is what that one was supposed to be. Because Egbert sounds like the voice that Luke gave Egbert does not sound like an early 20-something-year-old man. It sounds way closer to 30, in my opinion. So I feel like for the age gap to make sense on that one, I feel like I'm putting Sam's character at early 20s. My guess was like 23, 24.
Yeah, that's probably what I'd say. Yeah, but yeah, so the Office Affair, AJ's character is just fantastic. I really like the scene when they're in the road, and I think is his name Finley? I think it's Finley. Or is it Finlay or Finley?
I think it's
I can never remember.
I think it's Finley, but I'm not sure.
He says, "It's the principal. They can't do film noir stuff in the road."
And then I like how they all are hating on them in the beginning, but then like towards the middle of like their monologue, they're like, you know what? Now I'm actually kind of into this.
Actually, I want to know the tea.
Yeah, because I think one of them suggests going around.
Yeah, and Luke's like, just go around.
Yeah, but by then they're invested. I love that because I love the idea of stopping your car in the middle of the road and like with the window rolled down and being like, "Hey, move." Actually, go on. I'm listening. This is interesting. Like, I love the theory of that. Like, they were so angry, but the gossip was good enough that they were able to sidetrack.
Yes, so good. I loved that one. That was also released 2 days before my birthday. So
oh, really?
That's my birthday long form.
There was one that they released like right after my birthday, and I can't remember which one it was. I need to look now, but there was one because I was looking at the dates they were released, and I think there was one that was like right after my birthday, like 1 or 2 days after, but I'd have to check on that. I'll have to look. I'll have to go sleuthing for that. So on to 3?
Yeah, what's your 3?
You're gonna see what I mean about the theme for these next 3, I think.
Okay.
We started off with Bus.
Oh. That one's not even on my top 25. That's one of the forgettable ones. I genuinely not a fan.
I am shooketh, Megan.
I don't even know if that would be in my top 50.
Oh!
Yeah, I think it's way at the bottom. I'm sorry.
Wow. Really?
Really?
I love that one.
No. It just bored me a little. Like, I was just like, eh. And the entire thing was just sexual references.
Well, yeah.
Which, like, it's funny. It's funny when you sprinkle it. It's not when you just go for the whole plot.
I disagree. I thought that was what made the plot, and I think that's one of the most unique things I've ever seen. Because all I ever see people do is sprinkle it. And so I actually quite enjoyed
the whole plot just being
because it always, whenever I hear someone do not like a long form, but whenever there's like sexual innuendos put into like something like that, it's always like they try to skip over it very quickly. Like, it always feels like they try to pull it back very quickly, and I like yeah, okay, I get it, especially if the plot's not going that way at all. But like, I really enjoyed that for that one. They just leaned into it like really hard. I actually really enjoyed that because that's something I've never seen.
Listen, I can appreciate the choice to do that. And even the execute, like, they did it well.
Oh, they did.
It's just not my favorite.
Well.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Again, it depends on the day for me. Like, it would, like, again, the top 5 for me,
Yeah,
probably like top 6 probably are all switching places depending on the day.
Yeah, but they'd still be all within the top, like, 5
yeah, mine would.
Yeah.
Bus still makes it in the top 6 for me though every single time. Maybe not top 5, but top 6 every single time. I love because I truly like I get sick of like I just don't like when people like run over the sexual innuendos, like just pretend that they didn't even happen, or when they try to pull it back and act like it was something that was like wrong.
Yeah,
that's what really annoys me because that only continues the stigma for things like that. True. And so I actually really liked the fact that we got a long form where they really leaned into it, like very shamelessly. And so that's why that one's in my top 6 is because I really appreciate that.
That's a fair reason. Yeah. I'm not going to change my opinion, but it's a fair reason.
I know, but I'm stating my reason since it didn't seem to me like you understood why I liked it. So.
Oh no, I understand.
Okay.
I understand.
Okay.
Because I told you, I was like, I appreciate the
choice but it's
that
not
they
for
made.
You. It's not for you.
But it's not even that it's not for me. Like, it's because it was funny. Like, I laugh at that one.
Oh yeah.
But it's just not like there's something missing, and I don't know what it is. Like, I'd have to.
I do agree with you on that. Actually, I will say I do agree with you on that part that there is like something missing from it. But I would still put it.
Luke's not in that one.
6. Is that what?
I bet you that's what it is. Because I'm pretty sure that all of my least favorite ones, except for Midnight Circus, are the ones that Luke's not in. That's why.
I don't even mean that. I mean, like, I feel like there is something missing with the plot.
There is. I think there is. Yeah,
but
there is.
I think
the main reason for me is definitely it's Luke's not there.
I'm
immediately knocks everything down. If he's not in it, down.
I'm curious to know what it would have gone like if Luke had been in it.
Right?
Because part of me thinks he would have like tried to pull it back a little bit and
I think you're right.
It wasn't what it was, but then part of me also thinks he might have seen where they were going. He also might have taken 10 times harder
to the next level. Yeah, because I feel like with him it goes either way. Like
it's one or the other. It's rarely in the middle.
He either reins things in, or
jumps off the deep end, takes
the chaos, and is like, yeah, I can kick this up a notch.
Yeah,
and he does.
That's what I'm curious about, is to know how that one would have gone if Luke had been in it.
I would love to ask him that question.
I was about to say, if we ever get the chance to talk to them ever, that's something I would really love to ask.
Because like Lemon's on a plane, Sam's not in it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, it would be so interesting to see like what they would add.
Yeah, like what they would have
to
done.
The ones they're not in.
Yeah, that I really want to ask them that.
That's such a good question.
Yeah, okay, I am really
my
curious
number 3 before we keep going.
Yeah, before we get too far
and get way too caught up in this conversation.
Yeah, we're gonna have a video where we talk about it anyway. So
yes, Screams of the Damned.
Ooh yeah.
And Luke's my favorite in that one. His boat guy. And what is it, Beelzebub Bet? Great
Whatever
characters.
that name was, yeah.
Great characters. Tom as Satan, top notch.
And was it Jimmy?
Yes. Another Jimmy. But yeah, great. That's a great long form. I love that one so much. I think I watched it. I watched it when it premiered, and then I immediately rewatched it right after. Like, yeah. I think I watched it. I'm pretty sure the Q&A. I either watched the Q&A and then watched it again, or if the Q&A was the next day, because that happens sometimes, then I watched it again immediately after. And then I probably watched it after the Q&A I've rewatched that one a lot. It's a good one.
Yeah, it is a good one. I think that was one of the ones that I rewatched a lot too. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
And Luke going to get the book again.
I was about to bring that up.
Brilliant.
That was so good. It was truly like perfect.
That was genius.
And the other part where was it Tom who like insisted on being the one to like pull the book out of his pocket?
That was
so much so that Sam went pause and then transferred it.
That was so like it's. I had this thought the other day. I was like, you know what? I was like, that is dad energy from Sam, because he was just like, hold on, because I know you're not gonna let this go.
Let me just get this out of the way.
And even like the way that he did it, like it was such dad energy.
It really was.
I was like, I could totally see my dad doing that exact thing. Like with me and my brothers arguing over something stupid, and him just being like, give it here.
Oh, fine, I'll deal with this.
Yeah.
Otherwise this isn't moving anywhere.
Yeah, I could totally see that happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just love that one. It's a good one.
Yeah. Number 2?
Yeah.
Do you want to take a guess on what my number 2 was based on my number 3, since I told you there was a theme?
Hang on, let me think.
I'll give you a hint. It relates somewhat to Tom's character again.
I don't know.
I was gonna say
there's too many options.
That's true. It's the Midnight Mystery.
I almost said that one. Almost.
Oh. I don't even know where to begin. That is a good one. So good.
That one.
Because I love the part. I'm gonna like speed run some of my favorite parts in that, because this is gonna be a full episode for sure, because I have so much to say about this one.
Absolutely.
Like,
because I could talk about this
the very beginning, where Sam is like, you have to move because this audience member can't see you.
Yeah.
Loved that. That was so good. And then obviously Scottish Batman was top tier.
Oh my gosh.
And then I love that Luke brought the Robin character back specifically because it annoyed AJ.
Hated it. Yes. I love that.
And I think it's that reason that he brought it back.
Absolutely. 100%.
And then the part where Tom goes, "You can accuse us of murder, sir." And he's like, "Oh no."
Sam's like, "No, we can't." Yeah. That is solid. I honestly, like, that's not even on my top 25, but it should be.
Okay.
I might have to rearrange just because I was like, you know what? That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah, that's also one of the ones that I like I said, this is very much a list based on like the ones that I rewatched the most.
Yeah.
Because I like I can sit here and argue like pros and cons of each of them all day, but the problem is that like I always feel bad for the ones that score lower. So I always try to like pick out all of the best things of each one, which inevitably moves them all into a big clump at the top.
Yep.
And so what I ended up having to do was be like, okay, well, which ones do I rewatch the most? Because to me, that is like proof of which ones I clearly like the most.
The best. Yeah.
So a lot of the ones towards the top are based on which ones I've rewatched the most, because I couldn't figure out any other better way to tier them, because I love them all.
Yeah.
So what was your number 2?
My number 2 is The Milkman.
I thought it might be. I was like, we haven't hit Milkman yet. It's gonna be coming up real soon.
That's
because I know you love that one.
Which it was 1 for a very long time, until 1 was released, and then now it is 2.
That was one of the ones I had to kick off my list because it was sitting like 9 or 10, and then it was Annabelle and Sins of the Gardener that hit off the. But it would also be like 11 or 12 area on my list, probably 13.
Yeah.
But
That's fair.
It's up there. It's in my top 20 for sure.
What's
but-
yours?
Well, I said my number 2, didn't I?
Did you? Is that what we were just talking about? I can't
Yeah, I
keep track
think
of
so.
numbers.
I'm only keeping track because I almost turned around and showed you this and spoiled my favorite one, which you all probably already know. But
I
who cares?
have the list too, and I still can't keep track of the numbers that were.
Well, I've been leaving my finger at different spots as we've been going,
That's smart.
so that I
Not
can just
me.
look down, and so that's why I keep looking down, because I'm looking at where my finger is, so I know which one we're talking about
It
next.
doesn't help that I didn't separate out my top 10. I just have my top 20 in front of me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had to make this list because, like I said, they were all in my head before this. This is the first actual like written list I've made, so
I have so many.
yeah.
I have
Right.
I have every single long form just written out just so I can memorize the numbers.
I've gotten decent at memorizing the numbers because
I'm so bad at numbers.
because so many of my favorites are all in the same area. Like
oh,
if you look at my list and then you look at where the numbers are, like the one I'm about to say, Midnight Mystery, like they're all in the same area, similar. So they stretch out for a bit afterwards, but I think Left in Most Window is in that clump as well. So it's like they all go together for a bit, where I could literally just hit play on the playlist at a certain point, and it would just play like 3 or 4 of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
So anyway, number 1, shall we?
Yeah.
I want you to go first on this one because I think everybody already knows mine.
Oh yeah. Well, I think everyone knows mine because I talked about it last time.
I'm trying to think.
Sins of the Gardener.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's my number 1.
That's right. You did say that.
I won't talk too much about it because we talked about it last time, but yeah, that one's my favorite. It
is a good one.
It blew everything out of the water in my mind.
For me, it definitely got itself into the top 10. That's why it was on my list. But for me, it could not go anywhere near breaching the top 8.
Oh, interesting.
Because I'm looking at all of these and I'm like, it could not boot out Stegosaurus. It could not boot out, oh my god, this is a joke. It could not boot out Left and Most. Unrelenting is going nowhere. Caesar and Juliet staying where it is. Bus isn't moving. And Midnight Mystery is happy where it's at. So that's, again, like so many of these is like I would rank it higher, but the spot's already taken by something that I cannot leave that spot.
See, mine, literally, I feel like from the top, like 7. Yeah, I would say 7. It's pretty much just like whichever new ones come out has knocked stuff down.
Yeah, for me it's hard though because it's based on the ones that I go back and rewatch.
Yeah.
So usually for me it takes time for like one that's been out for a bit to start to like Screams of the Damned. I wouldn't have put on my top 10 at first. And I didn't still now, but it has breached the top 20 since then. So like that's what I mean. Like for me, for whatever reason, I feel like it takes time for me to see if
yours is very like you pick your top ones very like strategically.
Yeah, because I shouldn't care. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. But I'm like very obsessed with getting it accurate.
Mine is solely vibes. like there's just certain ones that I'm like, yeah, I vibe with that one. That one's on my list. Like
that's fair. Whereas I'm going by like the math of like which characters I liked the best, which ships I liked the best,
you
and
have
then
like a
which I rewatched the most.
You have a system, and I'm just flying by vibes.
Well, because to me it's hard because there's certain ones where I would say I would put it higher, but then I think about it realistically, and I'm like, okay, but when's the last time I rewatched that one? And because whenever I like go through, like it's been a minute since I just went through and watched every single one. It's been a while since I did that. Most of the time,
I regularly do that.
Most of the time, I
just hit play on that playlist and let it roll. I watched 17 in one sitting.
I've not done that. I think I did 10
ago.
once
I think
today,
that was
and
Friday.
That...
No, that was Saturday. I did that on Saturday.
Yeah,
that was my Saturday activity.
For me, what happens is I'll be just watching YouTube as I am, and I'll see whichever recommended one comes up. And if I have the time, which is rare, but if I do have the time to watch a long form, I'll just see which one comes up and be like, yeah, I'll go for it, or no, not today. I'm not in the mood for that one today. And so it's like, to me, it's very much like there's certain ones where I want to put it higher, but I'm thinking about it realistically, and I'm like, it's probably just the whole me being nice to ever, because it was if there was a million spots available, I'd just put them all in number one because that makes it easy.
Yeah.
But of course, that's not how this works.
No.
And so
I think that's
like,
why I have to, because if I deeply analyze my reasoning behind it, see, I think I'm kind of the opposite. Where I'm like you, if you went by vibes, you'd be like they're all at the top. Me, if I went logically, they would all be at the top.
I see.
So, I think that's why.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't overthink it. I gotta just be like, how does this one feel? Does this feel like a top 5? Does this feel like a top 10?
That's fair. That's fair.
And if it does, that's where I stick it.
Yeah, for me, it's just, and I don't know why, like, I shouldn't feel bad. Like, it's my list. I can put whatever ones on the top that I want to put on the top. It doesn't matter. But, like, I'm so obsessed with getting everything exactly.
Correct.
I think it's the perfectionist tendencies.
Yeah.
But it's
which
like,
I get. I'm like that with some things, too.
and so it's like, I need to have this list be accurate. Which is why it was destroying me earlier when I couldn't figure out, like, 8 through 10. Because it was the last 3. Like, arguably, it's the section that matters the least on this list.
Yeah.
But yet, it was one of the hardest sections for me to figure out, because the middle was the easiest. Like, I knew that Unrelenting Aubergine was above Leftmost Window, and I knew Leftmost Window was above Oh My God, Is This a Joke, which I knew was above Cardboard Stegosaurus. So it's like, that one was the easiest for me. I literally just had to type those. But then the top switched around a couple of times, and then the bottom, I think I spent 15 minutes on, because, which is entirely too long for a top 10 list, which is why I stopped myself.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because I was like, it's the last 3. It's the ones people aren't going to care about as much. Like, people really want to know, I feel like, the top 5.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it doesn't, like, it's not going to matter to anyone else but me if it's, like, perfectly right. But to me, it will matter. And if I say something and then later think back, like, knowing that wasn't accurate to my feelings on it, I'm gonna not be able to sleep tonight. So for my own well-being and sanity, I spent time on this list and made sure everything was in order and accurate to my feelings on it. But anyway, I haven't said my number 1 yet, have I?
No.
That's right, because I've assumed you all know it already. Do you want to take a guess? Because I think you know what it is, because I've said it before.
You've told me, and my mind has just gone completely blank. It's gone. And I know you've told me, and I'm gonna be so mad when you say it. Well, should we wrap it up?
Well,
because we did. Oh, you know what? The one thing I did want to ask. We'll jump back slightly on topic for a second.
Okay.
What's your absolute least favorite long form?
Absolute least favorite.
I need to pull up my complete list.
I need to pull up a list of all of the long forms, because I don't have, like, I know them all, but not. This is a hard question I'm going to be thinking about now. Hold on. Let me go and find it. Let me go find their playlist that they did on this. And just take a scroll through.
Ooh.
Did you find yours? That sounded like the noise of you finding yours.
Well, I have 2 that I think might be a tie.
Ugh.
Actually, I have my top 3 least favorite.
Can I, really quickly before we do least favorite, can I put in a, like, what's the thing people call it?
Honorable mention?
That's it. Can I put in an honorable mention for one that this close away from making it on the list?
Yes, because I have one too that I just saw.
The Lollipop Lady's Revenge.
Oh, that's one I don't like. I don't hate it. It's not on my least favorite list. But I don't love it.
I'm learning a lot about you, Megan.
I know.
That's okay.
My honorable mention is The Neighbor Under the Bed.
Ooh. I'm putting 2 honorable mentions then, because that one has to be on there too.
That one deserved to be top 10. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know which one it would knock out. In fact, I'd probably just be like, nope, it's a tie somewhere. They're
that
just,
one would have to be a tie for me, because I
they're
don't think there's
even.
anywhere I could... I really like that one, but there's nowhere it could go where it would knock out any of the others.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm scrolling through and I haven't reached one yet that I didn't like. That's not true. There is one that I didn't like, but I don't want to say it yet because I feel like it's going to make people mad.
Do you want my top 3 least favorite?
Well, I haven't even found one of my least favorite yet. Give me a minute.
Maybe if I say mine, it'll make you think about yours.
Fine, go ahead.
Okay, my number 3 least favorite. Hang on.
I don't know if I'll have a top 3. I'm only going to pick one for my least favorite because I would have to like thoroughly go back and do it. I would have to be particular about
That's
this.
fine. I just immediately saw 3 that I was like, yeah, those are at the bottom. I'm sorry. The Prime Minister's First Day. Number 3.
Really?
Least favorite. Here's why. It's so specific to England.
That's fair.
I got maybe half of the jokes made in that one.
I looked some stuff up. I'm not gonna lie.
I did a little bit of research too, because I was like, I want to get this, but I have no idea.
I would put that in my top 5 least favorite because of that then, because that is true. I don't enjoy the ones as much where I don't get the references.
Yeah. And like, I mean, it took me forever to get what a Tesco is. I had to look that up.
I actually knew that already because I watched a YouTube video on it.
It's a Walmart. It's basically a Walmart.
That's my understanding.
Okay,
I'd like
so that
to go
was
to
3.
That's what I want to do. I want to go to a Tesco one day and do a comparison.
When we go to a show together,
which will happen one day.
It will, 100%. When we go, we will also find a Tesco and go to a Tesco, and we will walk the entire store.
I will make a vlog.
Yes, we should.
Because the amount of times I've gone to a Walmart entirely too late at night.
Yes.
In fact,
we should do that too.
I recently frequented a Walmart in my Halloween costume with about 3 of my friends who were also in Halloween costumes.
Nice.
And by the way, for those who don't understand much about Walmart, I will tell you this, and this is about all you need to know. A witch, a pirate, a rock, and I don't remember what the other person was dressed as, all walked into a Walmart. Not a single person gave us a second look. That is all you need to know about Walmart, my friends. The amount of crazy stories there are of random ass things that have happened at Walmart.
Just look up crazy things in Walmart.
Well, half the time, all I need to do is ask my relatives, because my mom's friend went to one recently, and she talked about it. Someone brought their sheep into a Walmart.
That feels very your state, though. I'm sorry to say it, and we're not going to give
all
away.
The Walmarts, I feel like the Walmarts
give away
in my
that
state
information.
are probably the worst.
Because we do need to have a whole conversation about our states at some point on here too.
Which I really want to do, because I want to try to. My state gets a bad rep, and I want to try to fight
Your
some of it.
Your state is literally like the butt of a joke.
It is. Which you probably have just given away now, which state I'm from. Yeah. But it's fine. We'll be specific and confirm your ideas later.
Oh yeah, my second. Hang on, I'll give you my second. So
I found it. I found the one I like the least. I already know it just by looking at it. I'm gonna continue to scroll just in case, but I'm pretty sure I have found one. Second, there's two. There's 2 that I like the least. Now that I'm scrolling through it, there's a couple.
My second. My second is burglary and bobsleds.
Okay.
Not a fan. It's good. It's fine. It's not horrible. None of them are horrible. None of them are like, I hate this one.
And that's the other thing you guys got to keep in mind about this. We like all of them. It's just these are the ones
that are just the ones that I'm like, nah. I could watch it once and never watch it again, and I'd be fine. Yeah. You're really gonna hate my number 1. You're really gonna hate it.
Oh no.
It's Bus.
What?
It really is. I don't like that one. And honestly, it's kind of a tie. If I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of a tie between that and Long John Strike. those are like my two least favorite, and then yeah. So basically, there's my 4 least favorite. But yeah, Bus. I'm sorry. It's just I could watch it once, and that's fine. I'd never have to watch that one again. I could never watch, like, from now, I could never watch that again, and I'd be fine. Actually, basically any of these 4, I could never watch again, and I'd be fine. And honestly, I might honestly switch. So I might do number 1 least favorite, Bus. Number 2, Long John Strike. Number 3, Prime Minister's First Day, and then number 4, Burglary and Bobsleds. And I'm pretty, yeah, I'm set on that. Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Fine.
We might not be friends after this one.
Oh, we'll still be friends, but
we're less friends.
I feel very inclined to make you watch K-pop Demon Hunters now.
Ugh, torture.
Alright,
I'd rather stick needles in my eyes. I'm dead serious.
Anyway.
Or forks.
I'll put Prime Ministers at my 4th least favorite because of the lack of understanding references.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for putting that one because that's a biased one because we're not from there, but still I'm gonna put it there anyway.
We're allowed. We're Americans. We don't know what's going on.
The last ones, I don't know. Hold on. Let me think of how I'm gonna order these because I know which ones they are.
This is fun. I'm so glad I asked this question.
I hope I don't make people mad with this one because I don't know how other people feel. I feel like I don't hear these ones talked about a lot, so I feel like my chances of other people not liking them are good, but...
I love how you're worried about that, and I'm just like, whatever. I'm just like, fight me in the comments, please.
You're just like, do it! Bring it on! No, okay, I'll say the 2 it's between, and then you can go into more detail if you've seen these again. It's between The Excited Chinchilla and...
That one, I considered putting that on my list, too.
And Evil Make-A-Wish Kid.
Oh, I considered that one, too!
Cannot stand the Chinchilla one, because, and it's because I'm an animal lover, and the problem is that when I first... Because, like I said, that the first time I think the only time I watched those was the first time I ever went through the list. And I don't remember much of it, because like I said, I haven't rewatched it since, because I disliked it that much. But also, when I was, I guess, 3 years younger, I hadn't fully separated out, like, a comedy part of me from, like, the rest of me quite yet. And so I think that's the reason I disliked the Chinchilla one so much, is because I love animals a great deal.
Yeah.
And so having chinchillas joked about did not sit well with me, even though it's all comedy, and even though I know, like I get all of that. But I think still, and I think I honestly wouldn't hate it as much if I had watched it later. Like, if I had watched it at the age I am now, I don't think it would be in my... I don't remember much of it, like I said, because I only saw it the one time.
That's fair.
I think if I rewatched it now, I would take it better. It's only because of the bitterness that I have built up from it from when I watched it 3 years ago.
That is fair. So is it just those 3?
I think so, because I was scrolling through it, nothing else stuck out to me like those 2. Because, like, the others, I was like, oh, I could say this one, oh, I might say this one. But as soon as I got to those 2, I was like, these 2. These 2 have to be there. Because
I would probably put those on my... They're, like, top 10 least favorite. Yeah, they would qualify. Because
the Evil Make-A-Wish Kid, like, that was interesting. They handled it, they did it well. Yeah. I will say that. But I don't think I cared for the subject matter.
Yeah, I mean, it walked a line.
It used that line like a freaking jump rope, some might say.
It walked a line. They did it well. They still handled it well.
They did, but still, I think for me, it was like, I spent the whole time going like this, like waiting for them to accidentally go too far. And I think that's what made me dislike it, is because I was so, like, I don't know.
I think
I was very on edge.
Interesting because, like, have you seen the Badger Chronicles on the Patreon? The one with the animals in the woods?
Yes.
So that is, like, one of my favorites. Like, of the Patreon long forms, number one. 100%.
Really?
Yeah. That one might beat out Sins of the Gardener.
Really?
Possibly. Yeah. And I think it's funny that they thought that one was too far. And I'm like, you've posted some things that were definitely worse.
Farther along than that to being too far.
And I mean, like, I don't know.
Like, even at the end, Tom can't even say it, where he goes like, I wish more kids were dying of... Nope.
No. Yeah.
That one was... You're right, that one was... I think that's why I didn't like it, is because...
It was a little too real.
Yeah, I think that was it.
A little too real dark.
Alright, well, I think that about does it for this one. Because obviously, we're going to be doing full-length, like, videos on all of these.
On each episode, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's where we should stop for now.
I agree.
Alright, well, thank you all for watching episode 2.
This is great. Thank you for the comments that we've gotten, the likes that we've gotten.
Yes, thank you all so much.
More subscribers.
I'm like shocked by how well this has been doing so far.
People seem to enjoy us.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah, and please leave comments, because we love reading your comments, and we love going
comments.
through them and seeing them and stuff and replying. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, or if you have anything that you want to add, please leave a comment.
We have the next 2 episodes planned out.
We do. We've been on our game this time. So yeah, can't wait for those. I think you guys are really gonna like the next one in particular.
The next one's gonna be great.
I cannot wait for
I'm
this
excited
one.
for the next one.
This is one of the ideas that I'm most proud of thinking of.
Yeah. And I didn't tell you this because I came up with this during our intermission.
Okay.
But I came up for the one for the following week too. Our second, our second half.
Okay.
So I'll have to tell you about it.
Sounds good.
But yeah, thanks guys for watching.
Yeah, and have a great day or night wherever you are, whenever you're watching this.
In 2 weeks.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.